the things that we were discussing, Ken, is a lot of people who may be watching may think, well, this doesn't apply to me, Brett. They may think, well, I'm not old enough at this point to have a will or even be thinking about that. Let's talk a little bit about at what point you even need to realistically consider having a will and why it's so important.
What do you think about that, Brett?
Well, there's three main reasons why people think about having a will. Most people get it when they have young children because they're concerned about the family arguing over who's going to watch their children. They're concerned about maybe the court determining who's going to watch their children. The second one is maybe those children get older and you have life insurance, you have some money put aside you want to give them. Well, most people don't want their 19-year-old to get whatever that money is. So you have to put in your will a trust so that those children get that money maybe at 25, 30, 35. You can have it broken out and given in stages like that if you'd like to, or all at one time. But at an appropriate age when they'll be of maturity to spend the money properly. The third thing that people need to know is if you don't have a will, your property passes by intestacy, which means that it's passed under the default rules of Alabama. Well, most people don't know what that is. They assume their spouse, if they survive, gets everything. But that's not true. If you have children, the spouse gets the first $50,000, and then the children and the spouse split the rest of the estate. Now, most of the time, the children would actually disclaim that back to their parents. But if you've got a child who would not disclaim it, your spouse is going to be only getting half of your estate after the first $50,000. And if you don't have children, no one thinks of this, but the surviving spouse gets the first $100,000, and then it says that the parents and the surviving spouse split the rest of the estate. Well, most people are not intending that their parents are going to get half their estate. So if you don't do a will, that is technically under default Alabama laws how your property is going to pass. So one, children, protecting your children from money they may get from you, and third, making sure the money goes where you want it to go and not where the default rules of Alabama say.
Wow, really great.